52, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a makeshift chipmunk trap. Hopefully we'll get a chipmunk and I'll show you the results tomorrow. First, let's learn how to make one.
Alright, so to trap a chipmunk, you're going to need a bucket, a ramp that leads up to your bucket, a small stick, and a flat piece of wood, and some bait to trap your chipmunk.
Now also, this is not necessary, but I like to add a little scent away to the trap when I'm done, just so the chipmunks don't smell you right away, because once you trap them a little bit, they begin to get a little suspicious. The first thing you're going to need to do is figure out where you're going to set your trap. You want to set it somewhere close to the chipmunk homes, like here, an area you know they go. I know from watching these chipmunks, they see the corner of the shed, they always like to run around here and eat and stuff, so this is going to be where I set my trap. The first step to trapping your chipmunk is going to be picking your spot and putting it in your bucket. We know the chipmunks are in this area, so that's where we're going to set our trap. Okay, now you need to set your trigger. First thing you got to do is I'm adjusting my bucket a little bit to make sure it's level. And then you just lay your stick across, put your trigger so it's leaning one end on the edge, and then you just adjust your stick until it's at a spot where just the slightest bit of weight on this side will make it tip. So I'm going to put it as much in the middle as I can, so just the slightest touch over here with chipmunk stepping, the trigger will flip over and they'll both fall into the bucket. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set your ramp. You want your ramp, going up to your trigger. Chipmunks, they know how to climb and stuff, so it's alright if it's not, right there, if it's down a little bit. But I like to get mine just as close as possible, just so if, some wind blows and it falls, it catches on the next layer of the bucket. So this will be what the chipmunk walks up. You want to make sure the ramp is pointing in a direction that the chipmunks may be coming from, because if the ramp's pointing in the wrong direction, the chipmunks may never even notice it's there if it's on the other side of the bucket. Alright, now here's my little thing. I like to use a little scent away on the trap just because in our yard they know we're out here. So, just to be on the safe side, I have a little scent away aerosol. I use it for deer hunting. We're just going to take it and spray on a little layer. Alright, so here we go. Gotta shake the can a little. And that should be good. Okay, so now we've baited our trap. We used a combination of peanut butter and birdseed. The peanut butter was used to stick on the birdseed, and it also has a strong scent to it, which will be more like a collar to bring the chipmunks in. The birdseed is what they've been feeding on in this area from our shed. Now what we did here is we put a little pile of birdseed at the bottom. We got a little birdseed at the bottom so there's something to snack on to get comfortable. Then a little peanut butter right there for the scent to bring them in. And as you go up, there's a little more bait. And a little birdseed that can keep going, a little more birdseed, and then as they get to the trigger, more, and then at the end, a heaping pile of food. And when they try and go for that, they're going to fall in. And now one thing we had to do once we put the bait on is our trigger was so sensitive, you have to adjust it a little bit. That's normal, that's how it's supposed to work.